First of all, yes, Minister, look, this is a very important motion by Labour and I compliment her on bringing it in. I want to wholeheartedly support the community voluntary sector and the wage increases. They haven't had a wage increase for 14 years. What other section would put up with that? These are the glue, these are the building blocks that keep our country together. They are under voluntary boards in many cases. And what are you, the government? You actually are like the pyrite and the mica, devastating these communities because you don't care about them, you don't respect them, you don't support them. That's what you don't do. I want to be a bit parochial, if you don't mind, and talk about our own community employment scheme in Newcastle. There since 1996, and to pay tribute to the late Al Association. She was our treasurer up till a couple of months ago, before she was at the age of 93. She was still our treasurer, very active mind and signing checks, doing everything each week for us. I want to support the other members of the voluntary board, Tom Lundigan, the late Mattie Lundigan, Liam Kelly and myself and others. And then we have the supervisor, Sean Byrne. A wide range of skills taken out in 3 parishes: Ballybacon, Grange, Newcastle, and indeed Ballymacarbery in County Portlauriga. And the work that they do in the community, in tidy towns, community halls, in the Neenra, the flourishing Neenra that we have in Coshlan now, and indeed in the community hall and the new extension there in Winter Theatre Hall, and the brilliant work done by Catherine Moore and their participants. To visitation then for community-led groups, to Vids and Dailery. We have a participant actually spearheading, James O'Neill, spearheading the property marketing throughout the country. Recently launched in Monaghan, but spearheaded from a small place in Coshlan Newa. And we've taken Nadina, which is a community house, and the national rollout of the property marketing is taking place from that little village. A foot in the shore, a foot in the Slata, around the river shore. And there's tremendous work done, as I said, by the voluntary committee that keeps that organisation afloat. And that's very onerous. And the supervisor, as I said, Sean Byrne and his team, and the dignity of the work and the progression that we've had. They've moved on to many other different degrees and the projects they've taken on, but above all the care that they give and the love they have and the passion for their jobs. They love going to work, they love playing a part, and they're being hived off then at different ages and battling to keep them on and retain them. And as I said, we've had a huge progression rate. And if you listen, Harry, rather than talking amongst yourselves, and have an understanding of what they do, support them, not betray them and dismiss them. 14 years waiting for a price increase is shocking. And Mark Buckle's score, I'd like to thank Michael Ormond and Stephen Burke and Catherine Corbett in the DSP as well. Without them we couldn't function. They are understanding officials and we appreciate that.
Thank you.